Hello everyone, I am Michael Zupan with DVDTalk.com, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about the limited edition box set for The Walking Dead's complete 5th season on Blu-ray. This sort of collectible packaging has been around for a few years now. It's actually sort of a tradition that Walking Dead fans who collect this show on home video, they've come to expect year after year. This is something that they wait for very, very eagerly. This particular year, the news about the limited edition came rather late. A lot of people were worried that, Anchor Bay or whoever had sort of given up on doing these special collector's edition packagings, and they weren't going to see anything except a regular release. Well, pretty late this year, late compared to when the normal release usually is, which is late August, we did finally hear word that a limited edition by McFarlane Toys would indeed be coming our way. The catch was that it wasn't going to be released in August alongside with these standard edition sets, which is the way it's always been. People were going to have to wait until the holidays, and as far as I understand, this thing is available exclusively through Amazon.com. So you're not really going to be able to order from your favorite retailer or go pick it up in stores. The interesting thing to me here is the asking price for this set, and we'll talk about why in just a moment here once I get down to the nitty-gritty details of this thing. But just for a little bit of history here, the complete second season near the end of August in 2012 had a list price of $99.99. Obviously, this thing went for a little bit less on retailer shelves because they do want to draw you into the store. Asking full MSRP is usually not the way to entice people to come in, but it was a zombie head. It was a good size. You put a screwdriver through this thing's eyeball, and that releases a locking mechanism that allows you to tilt the head back, and sitting inside the neck of this thing was a digibook sitting right there. I mean, it was a pretty awesome design, very creative, and people loved it. The next year, the complete third season had the Governor's Aquarium case. It had a towering monstrosity of a limited edition collector's box. And inside this thing, there were two small little aquariums. And I do mean they were aquariums. You put water in these things. You could position 5 small little mini zombie heads inside of it to however you wanted to display them. And there were even lights inside this thing. It didn't get any better than that, except for the list price, which was $149.99. It's a $50 jump from the year prior. However, considering how much more went into this set, how big it was, the lights, and the fact that it was able to hold water and do all this sort of stuff, I felt like the asking price was actually worth it. Again, it went for a little bit less at retail, but for an MSRP, $149.99 for that particular set seemed to work out quite nicely. Just last year, in August of 2014, there was the Tree Walker case. You had a walker who was sort of leaned up against a tree stump, and protruding out of the side of the tree stump was a little block that said The Walking Dead, and inside of that was the digibook packaging as well. The list price for that was a little bit less than the Governor thing, $129.99, which I felt was fair, all things considered in the pricing history. This year, what we're getting here, we're getting a walker that's laying across a slab of pavement. It's so hot, this pavement in Atlanta, in that Atlanta sun, that the zombie just has deteriorated on this thing, and he's now literally like cooked to the sidewalk. He's glued there. He can't move. It's gross. It's disgusting. It's gruesome. It's pretty goddamn awesome. This thing is meticulously crafted. The detail is all there. It is disgusting, and I love it. However, they're asking $149.99 for this thing. And again, I believe this is only available exclusively through Amazon. That's what the press release from Anchor Bay itself, they didn't say exclusive. They said it's available for pre-order through Amazon. They did not mention partnership with any other retailers or anywhere else that you'd be able to get this thing. So I'm thinking that's the way that they're going to be going this time around. I believe it was in a previous press release. I've heard it somewhere else, but don't take my word for that. Look it up. I think that's the case, though. It is worth noting that Amazon are not asking the complete list price right now on their website. At the time of this recording, it's $134.99, so they are shaving a little bit of that price off. But considering the fact that this does not seem to be in line with the same sort of stuff as the aquarium set, It just seems to be like another statue, kind of like the Tree Walker set. I think the asking price is a little bit high, and I think the exclusivity with Amazon is why they're asking for that higher price. I think they feel like they can get away with it. The fact that they're releasing this thing on December 1st, right around the holiday season, it could be a great Christmas gift for any Walking Dead fan that you know. And of course, this show is doing so well. There are millions of them out there. So I think they're placing their bets, and hopefully for them, they're hoping to get a lot of money for this thing as a result of that. But let's talk about this thing. As I said, the detail is all here. It's absolutely immaculate, and it's not just a slab of this design, this statue that you can't do anything with. And that shouldn't be any new news for anybody who's been collecting these sets all along. There's always a hidden compartment of sorts where you can store the wonderful digibook. The digibook, by the way, which are, they're always exclusive to these style of sets. So in this case, you take the slab of the concrete, if you will, and you slide the top back. It doesn't come all the way off. It does lock into place. And once it's hanging out open, you can put the digibook inside of it and then slide the top back across until the thing is closed. And it basically is like a coffin for your digibook with a walker protecting it. I mean, it's sick. You know, I mean, this is a really cool creative thing. I think that McFarlane Toys has been doing a fantastic job with this stuff, and hopefully this is not the last year they're doing this. Hopefully they just keep it coming, because Anchor Bay, McFarlane Toys, they should be proud of the partnership that they have here. The only thing I'm going to wonder about, though, is how many people are actually going to pony up that much money after they were looking at the regular release in August on retailer shelves and saying, well, you know, I really want to get caught up with The Walking Dead before the new season starts in October. I think I'm going to buy it now instead of waiting for the limited edition set. Well, you know, there are double dippers out there, but I think it's really hard to expect people to spend, you know, maybe $30, $40 at the time of the standard edition's release. And there were other exclusive editions of the 5th season out there at that time. Target, for example, off the top of my head, they had a steelbook version, which is pretty popular as far as I understand. People bought that stuff. And to ask them to spend, you know, anywhere between $135 to $150 for this new set, as very well designed and crafted as it is. I mean, take a look at these pictures. They speak for themselves. But I don't know, that asking price, you're going to have to do an internal sort of value versus perception thing, because everybody has their own perception of value, and whether or not you think this is worth it is going to depend on how much disposable income you have and how big of a fan of the franchise you are. However, if you are a huge fan, if you do have this money, there's no question this thing is worth buying. One of the major concerns that you always have when you see these things revealed sometime, you know, some months prior to release is this thing actually going to look, once it comes out, as good as it does on the internet with the promotional photos that are out there? Yeah, it looks great. There doesn't appear to be any loss in detail from this thing whatsoever, so you don't have to worry about that. So if you want this thing and you've got the money for it, plop that money down. It's on Amazon. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you read the review. Bye.